Alright, let's get ready for this nonsense. That is what this will be. Quite a bit of. That up here. Minimize you. Power-ups are here. Oh good, I lowered all the prices. That'll make things really fun. Why are my alerts on? Yeah, I think they're right. Let me double check. Man, we haven't been here in a minute, right? It's been a while. Recent events. We do a follow alert. Okay, it worked.
The donkey.
There we go. That works just fine. Oh, sound didn't go through. Try it now.
Oh, it's a donkey.
Yeah, alright, that works. Alright, so we're in charge of 12 of these silly games. If you guys haven't seen it already, Overswarm has organized this really cool event where they're trying to beat every single NES game this week. And I got tagged in a lot of stuff because there's a handful of games that I run that nobody else does. So, we gotta clean up the list and hopefully we can get it on all of them. A lot of those guys are really like grinding new games and things they've never run before. I'm just taking care of business on old stuff, so. I tried to put all the boring racing ones at the beginning and save some of the more challenging, exciting ones for a little bit later. But yeah. We'll see how it goes. I'm not gonna put all my splits up. I'm not really worried about time so much as long as I'm worried about completion. Losing lives here and there is fine too, but obviously save states are no good, so. I don't really remember my strategy for beating this game. Just remember it wasn't that bad. So, hopefully we don't screw it up. I played it for like a week last year and got a world record and never touched it again, so. We'll get in here. We'll just play against the slowest guy first. Actually, hold on. Should we call it that, or should we write BestofNES? I guess we need to be consistent for all the name entry things we can do. Alright, timer's gonna start now. I think up shifts and down shifts wouldn't be reversed. That'd be down up shifts. I don't know, we'll find out. We'll skip the start and hopefully we don't get that many crashes. This is one of those games where I cannot really look at chat too much, though. I gotta be so focused on the screen so I don't hit anybody. It's got that Rad Racer style thing where the cars kind of just spawn on top of you so fast if you're not paying attention, so... Okay, up shifts. Shift in the third. Alright, so we can look at his screen. If you're in first place, you get the bigger screen, which is kind of unfair, but yeah. We'll get cruising here, and hopefully we just don't hit anybody. We'll have turns and stuff to contend with as well, obviously. But a lot of the different tracks really affect the visibility, and they'll change the color of the cars so they blend in a bit more, and they'll increase the speed of your opponent. And the goal is to win the championship. So go through all the people and get to the end and win race 9 and have more points than the opposing team. Because we were team BestofNES, and the other team is Team Absolute. I think they're the publishers of the game. Despite the fact that it's called Alex DeMeo's Race America, the game is colloquially known as Race America to everybody else. I rented this game as a child at Blockbuster a bunch of times. I rented pretty much every racing game. At least once. Sucks to suck, Lance. Alright, next guy. I do think there are some races that I intentionally lose in the world record run. But I didn't save all the splits to remember it. Or I saved them all, but I don't have them on this layout, so... there. Don't hit anybody. Yeah, I think I had some notes in my layout about, like, intentionally lose this race to save more time. Stop for fuel at this number, but we'll just get barrels whenever we see them. These races at the beginning are really short. The races as they go on will become much, much longer. And you'll see that, like, trip meter in the corner there. See how it says 135 or so right now? It's counting down. That tells you about like, how many miles are left, I guess. Just flying here. Going 600 miles an hour or something stupid. But, maybe they're tenths of a mile, I don't know, or kilometers. Either way, you only get so many miles or so before you run out of fuel. You have to pick up fuel, which is in the strange medium of barrels on the side of the road. I think we're still good. Can't get another crash, though. Alright, cool. Got that one. We need to win these drag races to get some more points. That's the other thing, that the way to beat the game is that you have more points than your opponent at the end. So as the races get longer, the points don't really change that much. They do a little bit, but not significantly. So realistically, you want to just spend all of your time getting as many points as you can early on, so that when you lose a later race, you don't lose the lead. But you get some points for winning that drag race at the start, which we are now 0 for 3 on, because we are out of practice on timing the starts and the gear changes and whatnot. He's catching up to us. He can see us on his screen. Alright, he crashed. Good. That gives us a crash buffer. Whoa. A lot of the times you really just want to kind of drive where the cars are, and they'll shift lanes when they get to you, but then sometimes they don't. And he caught up to us again. Oh no. It's gonna be a refueling race. That's fine, it slowed me down. Oh, come on. Is that enough to make it? We will find out. We're gambling. Stay clean, stay clean. Come on. Good enough. Oh, I had looked over at the odometer to see how far behind we were, and of course immediately crashed. I guess the rule is just never bother to look. Now I definitely need a crash to catch him. I probably needed a crash before, so I might even need 2 crashes now. Yeah, I didn't get it. That's alright. We are now losing in points. Wow, he got a ton of points there. I guess it's based on margin of victory. That's okay. We'll bounce back here. Alright, good drag race that time. Oh, we're at night this time. Gosh, the red ones are so tough to see. Alright. Alright, a little more of a buffer here. Short race. Man, it's so 3D. Wow. Can't believe we dodged that. Good, good. Oh, the blue ones are really hard to pick up. Give me fuel. Can I take it? Take. Dude, just be careful. We didn't even need it. We were fine. Being overly cautious. Probably could have scored more points if I was more aggressive there. Oh well. Good enough. Got another drag race win. 258, so I think we will need fuel. There he is. Oh my gosh. Stop crashing into things. Oh, we should be good on fuel. Not that we need any. No! I'll slow down if he does. Oh, clutch. All right. 4 races to go. I almost won the drag race. Right behind him. I seem to hit like one more pothole there. This is my least favorite track. The cars blend into the background so much here. Like the cars aren't gray, they're like brown, but they like blend perfectly into every. Like you see them so late. I just don't recognize them fast enough. And this race is rather long too, which is also fun. I mean, even the blue cars against the motorcycles there against the sky is tough to see. Oh, cool. We're crawling. There we go. I'm moving. You see, they just change the top speed of the opponent every level. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going right. Dude, you cannot see those cars. You cannot see them at all when you're on the small screen. It is brutal. There's a little buffer. I see the chat, but I cannot take focus off right now. Oh my god, it didn't matter. Sort of. I got 10 classes I'm taking this summer, which is brutal. Alright, cool. That should be enough fuel. Don't you guys just refuel your car with random barrels of liquid you find on the side of the road? As one does. Alright, cool. Definitely didn't need that as fuel. Whatever. Alright. You ready for tonight, Makara? As ready as you're gonna be? Oh, I almost won the drag race. She's gonna get bonus points for that. Those potholes, man. They're like all zigzaggy there. How long's this race? Like 500? Sorry, let's just get points. Move on. Yeah, I think the last race, the brown race, and this race, I would intentionally... Or no. This one I would race. The brown one I would tank, I think, because of the extra fueling. We have the length of it. And then the last race, obviously, just throw away. Because of how long it is. And then the goal is that even without like race 5 and race 9, that you did well enough in the other races that you still score enough points to win the championship. But I'm not here to get super fancy. If this takes 5 minutes longer than my personal best, then whatever, I don't care. But yeah, you see we got 12 games today. If you weren't here for the intro, Overstorm is putting together a really cool challenge for BestofNES organization where they're trying to beat every single NES game this week. It doesn't need to be like all at the same time. Like we don't have like a schedule or anything. It's just kind of asynchronous in that regard. Let's get some gas. He is. We probably should. But the goal is that this week, from June 15th to June 22nd, every NES game gets beaten. And so there's a handful of games that I'm kind of a specialist in. I'm going to make it so that nobody has to learn those. But there are some games where they only have a couple of runners, and both those runners are MIA. I would have hit that green car if we didn't get this bird's eye view here. That was very lucky. So, I'm fortunate enough to be able to contribute in this way and take a bunch of games off the list that so people don't have to learn them. Or some of the guys that are eager to learn new games. Even if they happen to know a couple of my games too, I just at least take that off their plate and help them, like Black Attack. I know he was able to do Funhouse. I don't know if he's still gonna do Funhouse, but I saved him the half hour at least. Oh wow, that was really fortunate. Oh my gosh, it's like camouflage there. Right over the cusp of Hitler, we're just crawling. Give them the gear, dude. Being on a tiny screen sucks. Do we need fuel now? Yes. Oh, we were so close to the end. Why did I stop? I wasn't even looking at the odometer. So dumb. I could have made that. That was a free win, and now I made it interesting. That's right. Let's get the points back. Alright, we got pothole high, then low, then high. Okay. Good enough. This race is massive. This might also be one that I dropped before, but I can't afford to drop it now. Good enough. Oh. At least the visibility here is a little bit better. Even the red cars against the red background, it's not nearly as jarring as like the camouflage looking ones, because the red ones still stand out on the track pretty good. It's those dark green ones and brown ones that look a lot like the gray road at times that make it hard to see. See fuel on a long race like this, you just pick it up because you don't know when the next ones are going to be. I mean, I did when I was running this game. I knew exactly which ones to stop for, but when I don't have my notes up and I don't have all my splits with all my notes on them letting me know this mile is when the next fuel thing's coming, etc. Actually, I don't even think I ran this race, so it doesn't matter. I could imagine myself seeing like a 600 or 700 mile race, just being like, yeah, that's going to be the... How do we skip this one and still complete the requirements of the speedrun? I wonder if there are rules against changing the color palette of a game. I'm sure they are, but like on the NES itself, I've got like a toggle switch for like 3 slightly different color palettes. And I'd be interested to know if it's like frowned upon, it's like hit the switch in the back of my thing there. I'm not gonna do it now because I don't know how it would even look or how I would do it while I was driving here. But it would be interesting. It's like, oh yeah, before track 5, change it to this color palette so the car stands out a little bit better, and the green looks much more different than the gray. The dark green. The bright green's fine. We get fuel. We could probably get by with 1 more barrel, maybe. I mean, we're ahead by almost 100 miles, or kilometers, or whatever this is supposed to be measuring. I don't think any of these measurements add up. really use more fuel. There it is. Okay. That should be good enough. Give me a ton of points. Alright, sweet. We're up at over 100K. I think it's the last race. It's not. It's close to it. Oh, I forgot to shift to 6th. By the time I did, I got stuck in all these potholes. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna win anyway? No way. Can't believe I won a drag race. I think this race alone is like 10 minutes. Oh my god, get out of the way. 5th and the 3rd. And they're going slow. 151. Going 25% faster than them almost. Or now they're going 168, okay. Not that that's that much faster. I mean, it is faster, but... This race is so long. Now we need fuel. I think the calculation was that you can go up to like 95, maybe 100, and still grab a barrel at that speed. I missed that barrel. Wasting going slow here. There we go. It is just very jarring as soon as like the screen changes when it's a fast swap like that. Like to know I was trying to pick up barrels of fuel, and then all of a sudden it's like, you're on the top screen. No, you're on the bottom screen. Oh, and you missed it now, and it's like, oh, jeez. Oh, good, he crashed too. Also, these climbs are just so difficult to see, like where the cars are, until they're like right on you. Like you can't tell what lane they're in. One of those climbs with turns in them. Now, we win this race, we beat the game. I don't even know if we need to win the race, I just know we need to be close. We won the drag race, that also helps. There's more fuel. Sweet, we got a crash buffer too. We're like 20 miles ahead. We're 2 miles ahead, or 20 kilometers, or 2 kilometers. We gotta crunch the numbers. It would be weird for those to be kilometers, but the speedometer to be miles. So I guess we just need to figure out the time rate of how fast that number declines versus the number it says on the speedometer. And that should tell us the distance. Still gonna need at least one more fuel stop. Oh my gosh. I can't see. so he waited till there to get his fuel. So he'll have slightly more fuel than us. Whatever. Wow. Can't see. Where are the cars? Don't go in my lane. Oh my gosh. Oh, he shifted lanes on me, but not on the other guy. Dude, I can't see anything with all these climbs. I need him to crash. Oh, there he is. No! I think we can make it without fuel. Wow. Ow, look at that. Freaking nailed it. Let's go. I think it's the end of the race. Or the end of the game, rather. Alright, we did it. I want my timer stopped.